Alright, trying this again. Hello. Roja Shy with another Roja's Thought Bubble, and I just wanted to cover what it is I was going to talk about this week. It's a bit cold here. Well, probably not cold for East Coasters, but cold for me. And so let's talk about some of the big news. One, Venezuela made an announcement, their president, that they are going to have a cryptocurrency that's backed by the petro. Interesting. Thought their currency was backed by the petro, so we'll see. Very disastrous thing. They should have just said we're gonna go with Bitcoin, but hey, I guess we all have to learn the hard way. Feel very bad for the people. Don't know exactly what's going to go on. I hope there's not some bloody revolution. Typically that's what happens. So far it hasn't quite happened in Zimbabwe, but that's just a matter of time. What else? Oh, there's two competing kind of type of bill sentiments, if you will. There's this bill that really hasn't gone anywhere, but there was a lot of news about it, in which if you spend less than like $600, you don't have to like report it as capital gains for Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So if you bought a cup of coffee, I don't know, PlayStation, Xbox, a dinner, a trip, or something like that, you wouldn't have to report if it was under $600. But that hasn't been added to any bill or passed or anything like that. But there's another bill working around. It's coming out of the Senate that if you intentionally hide your cryptocurrency, is a crime. Seriously? I don't even think they even really do that for bank accounts that much, unless it's like outside of the country. It's stupid. Let's see which one of those bills is the bill that actually passes, in Congress. Not taking any bets on that. What else? Oh, I found this very amusing. I'm going to read more into it, but there was this DApp that allows you to sell virtual cats called CryptoKitty, and apparently there was like some cat that went for like $25,000. So here we have kind of almost innocuous. I wouldn't say innocuous, but probably not something that was on anyone's radar project that hit the news mainstream and made Ethereum or decentralized apps awareness. I wouldn't say mainstream hit, but awareness happened. It wasn't like something like storage or any of these other big ICOs that were out there. It was like some really, really goofy concept idea of keeping track of your basically Neopets, really, on the Ethereum blockchain. So I found that fascinating. I might talk a little bit more about that later on. What else? Let me have a list here. Dogecoin's birthday is this week. We'll be celebrating that. So my videos this week, I'm going to do one about branding versus knockoffs versus generics, and what that means for the cryptocurrency space, particularly for Bitcoin with all these forking. I'm going to talk about ICOs, like what is an ICO and what is the future, because December 10th is when the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which had its approval for being able to do futures, will get out there onto the marketplace, what that means for the cryptocurrency space. But before we talk about its meaning, we need to know what it is that we're talking about. So I will describe what a future is. Oh, and the last tidbit is that the Facebook twins, the Wojcicki twins, are officially the first publicly known billionaires in the Bitcoin space. Found that very fascinating. And they have Gemini, the New York Bitcoin exchange. They tried to get an ETF started, but that didn't happen. And my understanding is they're also trying to get a futures exchange going on as well. So they're doing big corporate things in the space, if you will. That's pretty much it. With all that's going on, North Korea, the different types of news, maybe Neo leaving China, Bitcoin prices above 11,000 again. A lot of different alts are up, fiat-wise, but not Bitcoin-wise. If you want to know the difference between that, I have a link below of 2 YouTubers to talk about that, which is James Bond and Sky of Crypto. James Bond talks extensively about how, you're losing your value in Bitcoin and some of these alts, as he calls them. I don't see a problem with that personally. I think you have to think of very, very long term. There might be some crypto coins that are just not going to make it, but there are ones that are, like Litecoin, IOTA, Doge, Neo. It's not financial advice, but there are some coins out there that have strong communities, have strong development backing, are making things happen. Dash is one. Dash is a weird project. Eventually I think I might have to talk about proof of stake, but Dash, they're here for the long haul. So that's it. Just wanted to kind of give you a quick run by what I plan on doing this week of episodes. I was a bit sick over the weekend. I eventually will I think I kind of figured out how I want to do, after we've named the denominations of the Bitcoin sphere, how we can, make it more digestible for people, so we're not pricing everything in decimal points or very long numerical numbers and satoshis. So that may come this week, that may come next week, but I think I've broken it down. But this week is going to be about branding, generics, and knockoffs, what that means to the space in respective to the hard forks, what an ICO is, and what a future is. And then a celebration of Dogecoin, because it's his birthday this week. That's it. Thank you for listening.